Hi class, today we are going to be learning about plural words, okay? So how do you guys know if something is plural? Yeah, there's going to be more than one of something, so there's more than one of you, so I would say I have many students instead of just saying I teach students, okay? We would need to make that plural. Okay, so on your desk, there is two pieces of paper, okay? On the top is just a blank piece of paper. You guys are going to be doing a 3, 2, 1 type of notes, okay? So you're going to write down 3 things that you learned, 2 things that you found interesting, and then 1 question you still have at the end of the lesson, okay? On the second page, there's going to be a pop quiz that you guys will do at the end of the lesson, and then we will go over the answers together, okay? So we'll just do that at the end. And John, would you mind sitting at my desk and flipping through the slides for me as we go? All right, thank you. Let's get started, okay? All right, so what does plural mean? So the official definition of plural would be denoting more than one or more than two. So really that is just saying that there is more than one person or an item, okay? Go ahead, John. All right, so what is a noun, right? A noun is a person, place, or thing. So some examples of a noun would be what? Right? Dogs, cats, people, a remote, computer, everything like that, okay? Okay, so when it gets a little bit confusing about making things plurals, that there are these things called irregular nouns, okay? These are nouns that do not follow the rules. So you can see in the picture here that some examples are listed. So like person, you don't add an S, it actually just be people. Deer are just deer. Tooth are teeth, okay? So now we're going to go through some examples of that. All right, John, go ahead. All right, so our first example. One man walked down the street. See, there's a picture. There's only one man there, okay? So then if we want to make the word man plural, it's actually going to turn into the word men, okay? So then our sentence would change to lots of men walked down the street. And then you can see there's lots of men in that other side of the picture. Yep, go ahead. All right, so for our second example, we got one child played outside. There's only one little kid right there, okay? So then if we want to make child plural, we have to make it children. So then our sentence would be lots of children played outside, all right? That's why there's lots of kids in that next little picture. All right, moving on to our next example. All right, one mouse ate some cheese, okay? If we want to make the word mouse plural, we have to say mice. All right, so then our sentence would be lots of mice ate some cheese. All right, so now we're going to try some examples together, okay? All right, I saw a goose. If we want to make goose plural, we would say geese. So then our sentence would be, I saw some geese. All right, another example is look at that wolf. Wolf would then turn to wolves. So then our sentence would be, look at those wolves. Okay, so another example would be, my pet fish is blue. So this one is going to be kind of like the deer example from above, because fish plural is just fish. So then you would just have to change some of the words in the sentence. So you would say, I love all my pet fish. Okay. Another example is, my tooth is gone. So then tooth turns into teeth. So then that one would be, all my teeth are gone. Okay. Here's some more examples for you guys. Moose is going to be like fish and deer. So this one would be, that moose was furry. So then we have to change it to, those moose were furry. All right, foot is kind of like tooth. So it would be changed to feet, okay? So my foot is big. would then change to my feet are big. The next example, I will roll the die first. So die is a singular term for dice, okay? So then we will change it to I will roll both dice. Okay, so if there are other nouns that are not irregular, what do we do to make them plural? All we have to do is we add the letter S or ES, okay? So there's some rules for that. Let's go through those examples, okay? Okay, examples for adding just an S. Cat would be cats, so we're just going to add an S to that. Dogs would be, would be dogs. Chair would be chairs. Table would be tables. Staple would be staples. Notebook would be notebooks. Pen would be pens. All right. Go ahead to the next slide. Okay, so now we have words that are going to need an ES. So there's a rule for adding an ES to words, okay? If a noun ends in an X, S, CH, or SH, we have to add an ES to the end. We can't just add an S. So some examples for that would be box. So box ends in an X, so we would add ES to make it boxes. Box is the same way. Box ends in an X, so then we would add ES, and that would turn it into boxes. So bench, we got CH there, so we got to add an ES, so that would make it benches. Then we got sandwiches, also has a CH, which would make that sandwiches. All right. All right, so now, guys, go ahead. Finish filling out your notes, and then go ahead. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do your pop quiz at the bottom or on the next page, okay? And then we'll go over the answers together. When you guys are done with your quiz, you guys can just flip it over so I know you guys are done, okay? And if you have any questions, you can ask, okay? Just raise your hand, I'll come over. All right, is everyone done? Okay, we're going to go over the answers together, okay? All right, so the first question, this is fill in the blank, okay? So it says there are 2 dogs. So we want to make that plural, okay? So all we have to do is add the S because it's a regular noun. All right, so for the next question, it says there are many child blank in our class. So remember, child is one of those irregular nouns, so we have to make it children. Okay, so we just add REN to the end. All right, the next one says there are 2 fox blank. And so since there's more than one fox and it ends in an X, we have to add an ES. All right, and then it said make your own example. So all I want you guys to do is we'll collect those and I'll go over them. And then now you guys know how to use your plural words, okay? Let's go back up to the top here. All right, thank you guys.